And my fellow humans, today's the day where we get to say goodbye to a fallen soldier known as the Wii U.
Adrius.
And even though the Wii U was a failure, I figured like today would be an interesting fitting to talk about some games I bought before the closure and all that. And I thought when I show off some games that I bought between the announcement of, when the tweet cut out with the, announcing the bye-bye of the store all the way to today. By the time this video, you're seeing this right now. So without further ado, let's first boot up one last time of the Nintendo eShop on the Wii U. Assuming the system update doesn't stop. Wow, man. Fine, you could do one quick update. Ah, yes. The last jigsaw puzzle. Alright. Here is what everything looks like. With my pointer. Oh my gosh. Can I go down? I have to go down with it. Yep. All this knowledge right here, the virtual console and everything else. Pretty much the day before everything goes wrong. So without further ado, let's begin by showing off the games that I got between the radius of July 19th, 2022, which is the date the tweet went out, until today, which is what you guys are watching this right now, is March 27th, 2023. However, the gist of it is that I'm recording this on September 23rd, 2022. So without further ado, let us see what games I bought with that time radius, because it was very interesting. So let's start with this one, Animal Crossing, right here. Man, I had so many small memories from this game. I recently modded this game onto my 3DS, so technically this would be a waste of money. But if I do want to eventually play this game again on the Wii U with you guys eventually as a different type of Let's Play. Maybe do some mischief on here. But Animal Crossing Wild World was pretty fun for me. It was actually one of the first Animal Crossings I got used to before playing City Folk. And it was very interesting. And it had so much variety and some stuff. And some interesting types of stuff we could do in that version. And of course, like any other Animal Crossing, you pretty much give money to your Lord and Savior, Tom Nook, even though he's a bitch. But yeah, and it's pretty much a fun game though. I pretty much enjoyed it, especially sometimes when I visit my sister's game on her world and all that part, especially my mom's and all that part. And it was pretty fun, especially seeing my mom's house is so huge, and she still has her save file and everything else, so seeing her play the game once in a while is pretty fun. Next one I bought was Super Mario DS 64. And even though this game is a remake, I pretty much enjoyed this version of Mario 64 because of how much stuff it has. So much that eventually this will be a Let's Play where I go back into Mario 64. But Mario 64 was so different, not just because it was a remake, but they took a different imagination of not just Mario, but with Luigi and Wario along with Yoshi. You see, this game not only has multiplayer, but you can also do more courses and more bosses, and even some ways of playing the game like you ever not thought of. Yes, the glitch, the famous Mario 64 endless stairs glitch is not in this game, but it is fun nonetheless. And it's also kind of more fun if you play this on a 3DS, especially since you don't have to play the D-pad anymore. But this version of the game, this game right here on the Wii U, seeing this on here, is something a lot of people are going to wish they gotten, assuming they can't stop them off the Wii U, or they just never bought it when it was on the eShop. So this was a steal, despite the money, and despite how I could just mod this back into the Wii U. It was worth it for me. Metroid Trilogy, I know. This game is most likely just going to be on the Switch. Of course, granted, knowing Nintendo, it's going to take probably more years than it should have been. Because granted, we don't have voice chat on the Nintendo Switch the right way. But Metroid Trilogy, it looks pretty fun, honestly. I never played too much Metroid. By the time I was recording, I still haven't finished Metroid Dread or Metroid Samus Returns. And even though that's technically Samus, or actually not Samus, Metroid 5 and Metroid 2, technically it's a pretty fun game that in franchise that I still want to get into more. And I did play a bit of the original one, not on Nintendo Crap Online, but on, you guessed it, the Virtual Console on the Wii. Ha! But honestly, Samus is pretty much fun, honestly. And honestly, when I get a chance to play this game, Metroid Prime Trilogy, I'm going to enjoy it. Of course, by the time this releases, I'm probably going to try to finish the game most likely, though. Pog. Ah, yes. You guys know it, I'm a huge F-Zero fan. So, of course, I had to play F-Zero X. And how would I think of it? It was pretty good. I got this the same week this game appeared on Nintendo Switch Online. And even though this game doesn't have online on this version, it was pretty fun to at least explore and see F-Zero in a different way. Because honestly, I lost track how many times I played the original game. So many times. And not to mention this one right here. And all that part. I almost bought Grand Prix, but I didn't. Pog. But yeah, F-Zero X is so interesting, not just because it's the first 3D F-Zero, but because it also takes a different approach in racing. Not to mention you can hit your own opponents and shit, and speed up with power, which is both cause and effect. You gotta be careful with the power, because if you go too much power low, you're dead. If you use too much power while speeding, you're also dead. If you pretty much get hit too much, or run out the side of the track, you're dead. But at the same time, it gives so much competitive feel, not just because it's a racing game, but because of how fast and how precise you have to be careful with the game. It's more it's strategic and fun and competitive at the same time. So honestly, I loved F-Zero. Granted, Nintendo's so stupid that they probably will never release an F-Zero on Switch, and if they do, it's because someone actually has a brain at Nintendo and actually was able to pull a button or two or a plug. So granted, I honestly really love F-Zero. And honestly, we really should get more. Because honestly, if Metroid Dread could get a game, even though it was a DS game originally, and that came out recently on the Switch, there's no excuse why we can't have F-Zero. And now we move to the next column. Oh boy, I forgot about you. The next one we have here is Mario Galaxy 2. I bought this before I bought the new computer. Honestly, if I knew that I was going to get a computer, I would have not bought this on the Wii U, because I'll probably just play this on the PC. So I technically did waste money on this game, but this game is pretty good, and I am going to be playing this again with pretty much how I played this originally, with nunchuck and remote. So I am going to be going back to this game as a Let's Play. Granted, by the time of recording, my Let's Play of Mario Galaxy hasn't started yet. Well, hopefully, when I finish Sunshine soon, I come back into it. And this releases, it'll probably already be out. So, but Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, I shared so much memories with. Not just because I was a kid when I bought these two games, but because it had so much vibe and so much art style and so much environments that a kid can enjoy. Like, I honestly prefer Mario Galaxy 2, honestly, than the first one, but both games are so much good because they have so much story, so much challenges, so much types of mechanics, and so much places to explore in both games. So while I technically wasted money on this game because I could just buy it on my PC, this game is a good steal for those who pretty much are the whole like to be a bitch and not like emulation. Or if you're just a broke person. But then, I mean, if you were a broke person, that means you couldn't buy the game anyway, so joke's on you. Or you just want to buy the Wii. Lol. The next one we have is for my boy Andrew. Donkey Kong 64. Birthplace of the memes. Very famous memes in this game. And also a very interesting game. I'll be playing this slightly blind, but at the same time less blind, because I did watch my boy Andrew Flaming Kong's Let's Play on this game. Very interesting game. First 3D Donkey Kong. Honestly, team, what are you doing? Release the new Donkey Kong to Switch already? Come on. But Donkey Kong 64 looks very unique and everything else, and I'm very excited to be playing this game soon. Yeah, there's not much to say honestly though, but it looks pretty fun. Especially since this is the first one of the first few upgrade games to with the new Donkey Kong renderer thanks to Rare. RIP Rare, because now they're owned by Xbox. Blech. But honestly, it's pretty fun. Honestly, it looks pretty fun. A lot of throwing, especially on the screen. Oh lord, RIP if you're using VR technology in this game. Oh my gosh. But yeah, honestly, this looks fun. So can't wait to see it. New Super Mario Bros. DS. I've always wanted to play this. Granted, I played the original Mario, Mario World, fucking Wii, not Wii U yet. And a few other Mario titles, honestly. But this one was on the DS. I never got a chance to check this one out. I heard there's some interesting shit that never been brought back into the Mario games. So I'm honestly excited to play Mario again, and I'm definitely gonna be playing Mario again on this one because I wanted to. In fact, I'm gonna try to 100% this one too, honestly, because it looks fun. Honestly, I love my Mario's, regardless if they're 3D or 2D. So I'm gonna enjoy this game, and it's gonna be fun. And I played a little bit actually before recording this, so you already know how I am. Like, it's gonna be fun. On to the last purchase on the Wii U side, we have F-Zero Grand Prix Legend. Never played this one as well. This is turning back to a whole situation with Maximum Velocity because I'm not a GBA person, unfortunately. My parents really were paying attention to my age more than the video games, which is sad. But I love my F-Zeros. This one actually features Captain Falcon with story a little bit, so this one's gonna be fun. And it's F-Zero. There's nothing much to say about it. If you love F-Zero, you're fine. If you don't love F-Zero, I'm not gonna talk to you. That's about it. Now it's time to move to the 3DS. Without further ado, here are the games that I bought for the 3DS side, which is Jet Rocket 2: The Wrath of Taikai. Obviously, I played this game as a Let's Play on the TGO. I bought this, and of course, it was on WiiWare. I pretty much love the franchise, especially from Shinen Multimedia, because Shinen makes some pretty interesting games, just like Fast Racing RMX and a few other games. And Jet Rocket 2 is a good platformer, for me especially. This one's more leans to the 2D side of things, not the 3D, but more 2D. I enjoy it, especially with what it gives me and gives off and stuff. And honestly, it's pretty much the same story with Jet Rocket 1, where it is on the eShop and not physically. And so that presents a problem. If you didn't buy this game, then you'll have to mod it, or hope to God you find a CA file. But here's the catch: this game is not on a website right now by the time of recording. So I bought this game because I had no choice, and because there's no other CIA file for this game. That's why I bought it pretty much. Because I looked at a lot of websites, and there was no CIA file for Jet Rocket 2. Hopefully someone puts it up, and hopefully it could be up on a website soon, because granted, this game deserves some attention. And even though we might not see Jet Rocket 3 because of how everything is with probably sales and some stuff, I do hope at least we get something of Jet Rocket in the future, because granted, I really do like this franchise. And the Wrath of Taikai was pretty good. It was a pretty good game, honestly, and I'm very happy this game exists, honestly. I'll probably come back to this game eventually though, because granted, this game is pretty good, honestly, and I enjoyed it. As for the next one, it's kinda it's kind of random, and that is Photo Dojo. If you don't know what Photo Dojo is, basically you can take a picture of a friend and they become a fighter. Honestly, I just bought this game just because it was funny and shit. And also, it's not much reason. It looks pretty fun and all that part. It was pretty funny. And so I thought, why not buy it and see how funny, dumb shit we can go with it. Because fun fact, I made Mr. Game & Watch, and just by covering the camera, which was pretty funny. Dark humor is the worst. I'm just kidding. It's not. It's pretty funny. But yeah. I didn't buy a lot of games on the 3DS because there's not much worth buying, in my opinion. And even if I wanted to buy something, okay, well, I'll get it later if I really want to. Because granted, I can find these games very easily, but of course, in terms of anything that's hard that have my interest, really, Jet Rocket 2 and Photo Dojo pretty much have my interest. That's about it. And without further ado, that's pretty much it for my eShop video. These are the games I bought with time radius, and that's about it. Of course, there's more games that I pretty much bought over the years and all that part. But honestly, this game, the Nintendo eShop is pretty interesting. And just like the Wii, a lot of people are gonna miss it, especially since Nintendo's so stupid with Virtual Console right now, and their crappy service. But hopefully that changes soon and all that part, because granted, we Nintendo's fans deserve better, honestly, as a consumer and all that part. And of course, we usually have to preserve to emulators like Dolphin and MGBA and a few other good emulators, just because we do what Nintendo don't and all that part. So we all like our Nintendo games at the end of the day, so we're just us being us and all that part. So honestly, A+ for us and F- for Nintendo. Even though Nintendo failed with the Wii U though, the 3DS pretty much carried it. And even though now we're pretty much 3DS and Wii U is kind of technically dead now, it does have a good they both have a pretty decent library in terms of interest in the few other things, and very good emulation machines inside of them, of course, obviously. So honestly, the 3DS, good library. Wii U, you took an L, but you gave a pretty good presentation, at least somewhat good or acceptable. But of course, that still changes the fact though that the Xbox 360 and the PS3 is laughing at you though. But you pulled up a fight at least, so I guess that's something. But anyways, that's gonna be it for today's episode. I hope you guys have a good day. RIP to Nintendo eShop for 3DS and Wii U. And comment down on what kind of games you bought before the store closed and all that part and all that. Until then, this is your boy IronSmasher 1024. I will see you guys later. Peace.